It gives me great pleasure on the 10th anniversary of the New Zealand Engineering Excellence Awards and in IPENZ's centenary year to be able to announce this year's recipient. From the early 1980s, our recipient spent considerable time evaluating alternative technologies like wave and wind power. He took companies through corporatisation and mergers, worked in competitive energy retail and wholesale markets, and developed national companies into global players. Throughout his career, he has continuously contributed to forums and organisations within the electricity sector and those that interact with it. Thanks to his guidance and leadership, a number of groundbreaking changes have taken place in New Zealand's electricity industry. The need for secure and sustainable sources of electricity led to the growth of geothermal energy within New Zealand as an ideal complement to hydroelectricity. The construction and operations experience gained from this domestic development also led to investment in international geothermal developments. Our recipient has made an enormous contribution to the electricity industry in New Zealand and overseas. Most recently, he has been recognised for his leadership as Chief Executive of Mighty River Power, where he always put the long-term interest of the country and consumer first. He also placed the highest emphasis on engineering excellence in everything the company did. The 2004 William Pickering Award for Engineering Leadership goes to Doug Heffernan.
Thank you. I'm going to take you on a little bit of a personal journey. I've been told I got 2 minutes. Hey, I was blown away to learn I was to join the company of illustrious previous winners of the Pickering Prize for Engineering Leadership. I want to acknowledge nature and nurture in this little piece I'll do. You might detect some very strong beliefs and views about policy interwoven into my acknowledgements. Firstly, my genes. Mum for encouraging aspiration, striving to excel, patience, calmness. Dad, the bloody opposite, persistence, work ethic, staying grounded, and competitiveness. The half dozen primary and secondary school teachers, every one of them male, who really made a difference to a young boy who thought he would leave school for the family farm near Gore. Teachers who encouraged curiosity and channeled my enthusiasm for sport to provide me with positive feedback and reward, and to take responsibility. A world-class professor at Canterbury University, brought to New Zealand with corporate support to meet an expected future employment demand, who created a world-class power systems capability at the engineering school. Much better than chemical, Tony. A large number of engineering students benefited from this partnership between business and academia. Timing is also important, and I took some risks and accepted some jobs that I didn't apply for. That meant I grabbed opportunities in these formative business years to learn from the major economic reforms in the 80s, supported by some fantastic leaders and mentors who are making a real difference in public service, drawing on their private business experience. In my 25 years as a CEO, a few people in governance, right up to the end, were extremely generous in their encouragement of my personal development as a leader. And the opportunity to harness outstanding engineers and scientists to sustainably develop some of our fantastic world-class geothermal resources here in New Zealand, in partnership with emerging Maori business, was a real gift. But 2 people were critical to my leadership, both women. Firstly, Colleen Cann, who probably no one here knows, who was my right-hand OD HR guru for most of that period. It was Colleen who invested her talent into putting the finishing touches of leadership onto a young CEO, and she never and still hasn't stopped. And my wife, Pilar, who dedicated the last 20-odd years to my career, knowing full well that her nurturing and strong guidance would be essential for a CEO who would tend to be obsessive, struggle to not be at work, and to not be in the moment away from work, and to sacrifice his health. There are many more people that I am indebted to for this award, including all the management teams and thousands of people I've worked with over 4 decades. And lastly, and Tony mentioned this, the rigour and disciplines of the engineering profession. Thank you to all and to the IPENS Foundation for their sponsorship. Thanks very much.